I really hope this is gonna be my last video about the breakup. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of it. But I wrote this down, and I feel like I need to share it. So I'm just gonna read it, okay? And, I hope this will be the last time. Sometimes a breakup doesn't look like loud voices and threats of violence. That's what I grew up with. Sometimes it's just a slow death of affection. A soft touch turns into indifference when you enter the room. Passionate sex becomes excuses about why it's the wrong time now and later and always. But it's such a slow death, such a subtle shift that I swear if it wasn't for the videos, I wouldn't have been able to remember that it was different once. It was. I'm not crazy. I remember when she wanted me, really wanted me, so close, that we were sharing a breath, not just a bed. Every touch electric. The body responds to love, not just words. When it's there, you can feel it on your skin, on your lips. In every nerve ending, it vibrates with excitement. It's not chemistry, it's love. And when that changes, when it dies, it only leaves a memory of its former self. Maybe if you think hard enough, you can imagine that you're feeling it again. Maybe you are feeling it, and they aren't. That's why the hug never turns into something more anymore. They don't admit to it either. It's normalized. Oh yeah, that was just the honeymoon phase. You can't expect that all the time. So you're left feeling the butterflies all on your own. And a relationship being a two-person game, it doesn't work like that. At one point, I had to face the reality of what we had become. Just two friendly strangers sharing a couch. Maybe a few cuddles, and even that felt like too much to expect. And you're left gently touching your own arm to remind yourself that you do deserve love and affection, that it's not too much to ask, that this isn't all there is to love in life. That's what a slow death feels like. One morning, waking up and realizing how alone you've been feeling, and being around them doesn't make that feeling go away, it actually makes it worse somehow. Anyway, I'm glad it's over. I never want to be with someone who doesn't help me be my softest, most comfortable self ever again. Becoming soft again, after that, is going to be my greatest achievement. I felt my own worth without you being able to show it to me. Saw my own beauty without you being able to see it. I felt my soul when you couldn't even notice it. I saw myself when you abandoned me completely. That's why I left when I did. I saw something in me worth saving. I thought you were beautiful when you didn't even want to look at me and said I talked too much. I saw you through the eyes of love because I am loving, not because you deserved it. You didn't love me, but I did, and that's why I left. I spent years trying to get used to that place, but it turns out I was never meant to get comfortable there. I think you're fine now. You've got this. And as for me, I was already alone. That's just something I wrote. Sometimes I write things down to help me process. It helps me process things better. And if you're going through something similar, where it's like, it's not a violent ending, maybe it's a quiet one, but you just feel it, like you just feel it in your bones, trust that feeling, because your body is much wiser, and people can be manipulative with their words. People can try to manipulate you with all sorts of logic, but your body will know the difference. Like, you'll be able to feel it. So always trust that feeling. Always trust your gut over your brain. She was saying, like, I hate talking about her, but just to help me make a point, she was saying, oh, real love doesn't exist. It's a fairy tale. It's a myth, you know. Oh, that was just the honeymoon phase. It's not supposed to feel like that, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. I know what love feels like. It was gone. It wasn't there. And I tried to live with that reality for so fucking long. And like, maybe that's the time it took for me to process the fact that it was gone and it wasn't coming back. Because I still felt it. Like, up until a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, actually, I still felt it for her. So I think that final year was like just me witnessing the fact that even if I feel it, if she doesn't, it's over. Because it's a two-person game. I can't do the whole thing by myself. I can't dance the dance by myself when it's a two-person dance. So anyway, just a little reminder in case you needed to hear it. Your body knows the difference between what love is and isn't. And you can always trust in that. You can trust in that knowing. And it can't be taken away from you. So, anyway, this is my new room for the time being. We're renting this place for a little while we look for something a bit more permanent, but I'm going through it. It comes in waves. Just like grief. Grief comes in waves. I think that something so big like this ending, like it took so many years to build up to the point where it ended, right? I keep saying 8 years, but I calculated and it's more like 9 years actually at this point. But anyway, it is grief. And it's not just grief for the relationship, it's grief for the life you built with this, within the context of the relationship. Like, I'm grieving a home that I lost as well as a person. Because you try to create a home with a person, it's like they become your home, right? And that's normal. Like, we're humans. We need each other, We belong with each other. It's not like that's a wrong thing to do. Some people will say, oh, it's codependency. No, codependency is something else. But like, building a home with somebody and sharing a heart with somebody, sharing your soul with somebody, that's never wrong. Like, that's what we're built for. So I'm grieving that. Like, I'm grieving the loss. And it's a huge loss, It's not small. Like, it's day by day. It's a day by day process. Every day I have to just wake up and be like, where the fuck am I? Like, what's going on? And then I remember, like, I still have dreams about being there, by the way. So my mind is still catching up with my body. But I'm like, okay, I'm here now. It's a new beginning. So what can I do from where I am right now, with what I have right now? Like, I'll do the best that I can do for myself from here. And if what's best for me is like doing nothing today so I can just relax and maybe cry a little, that's what I'll do. Because if you push yourself too hard, like, it just goes downhill from there. Like, yesterday I pushed myself too hard, I was feeling tired, but I went to the beach anyway. Like, I wanted to go for a swim, because usually it would help, right? Like, usually exercising would help me. But in this case, it didn't. And this morning, I woke up at 6 and I felt so seasick, like as if I've been on a cruise, you know? I still feel a little bit vertigo and a bit nauseous. And that's my body's way of saying, like, no, you pushed it too far. That was too much, you know? We have to take it easy right now. It's genuinely a process of, it's such a huge shock to the body. Like the emotions, everything, it's such a huge shock that you have to treat yourself as if you're like a little bit sick, you know, and not expect too much of yourself.